Hi everyone, welcome to golfprotips.net. My name is Brett Francisco, certified PGA instructor, and today I'm going to cover one of the most commonly misused pre-swing fundamentals. It's known as the grip. So a grip in a misalignment position, it could be the culprit to your undesired slice or your unnecessary hooks. So for us right-handed golfers, this is the crowd that I'm speaking to. Lefties out there, please just transpose what I'm saying into different hands. So let's start by using this great little drill. It's an easy way to get the club face to be nice and neutral. So what I'm going to do is start with the club face so that the leading edge is running parallel to the horizon. Okay? So from heel to toe, this line right here, just below the grooves, is known as the leading edge. I'm going to get that running parallel to the horizon. When I come in with my left hand, my top hand, I'm going to make sure that the top part of my hand runs parallel to that club face. Okay? In that position, that's going to be deemed as relatively neutral. If I were struggling, say, with a slice, I might want to encourage more of a strong grip. So notice that the club face stayed square to the horizon. It's parallel to the horizon, but my knuckles are angled upwardly. That's going to encourage more rotation. I'm going to be able to shut down the club face and negate that open club face that's causing the slice or the hard fade. So neutral would be here, strong would be here, then the opposite of strong would be weak. So if I need to maybe shape a shot from left to right, hitting a fade, this might be the way that I'm going to go about it. And the best way to figure it out is on the range. This is something to work with. I encourage you to spend multiple sessions at the range to help understand how this affects ball flight. So again, I'm going to start with my neutral position here. And now let's look at the V between my left pointer finger and thumb. The apex of that V, point where those two meet, should point towards my right collarbone. If I were to be in the strong position, you'll notice that the apex of that V points out the right side of my body. And again, that's going to encourage rotation. So let's look at this from a face-on standpoint. If I'm neutral, let's look at the rotation that's accessible from my left arm. I can turn over the club to about a 45-degree angle here. If I were to go strong and rotate my left hand more palm down, I've now accessed much more rotation going forward. So thinking that's going to close the club face. And then if I were to go weak, so this is more going to be in a position where the thumb's down the center of the shaft. Now if I turn, I can't quite get to that 45. So that's a direct cause and effect behind hand placement and how it can affect your club face through impact. So starting with my neutral position, let's now talk about the right hand. The right hand position, there are basically three different variants of how you can get your hands to work together in unison. And we really do want that to be the case because most of us have a dominant side. If I were to create any type of separation, I'm going to cause impact situations that are not desirable here. So hands need to be together. This is known as the baseball grip or 10-finger grip. This is great for people with smaller hands or people that are really struggling with distance, and even beginners. This is a nice way to understand the grip. But we definitely want to have connection. The most dominantly used grip, if I take my pointer finger on my left, my pinky on my right, I'm going to slide underneath, and this is what's called the interlock. So as I'm making that interlock, my right palm line is going to cover that left thumb. So looking at it from a face-on perspective, in neutral position, the apex of that V on my left hand points to my right shoulder. Well, if it's done properly with the interlock, both V's are almost kind of a carbon copy of each other. They both point towards my trailing side. And then the third option, there's going to be what's called the overlap. There's actually a reverse overlap as well. This is more dominantly used in short game techniques, but this would be known as the overlap. So you're simply taking the pinky and putting it right between your pointer finger and middle finger on your lead hand. So play around with it, see which one feels better. For me, I've always played with the interlock. It's something that I'm accustomed to. Now when it comes to short game, I do elect to use the reverse overlap. I feel like it's a nice way to keep my hands quiet. And you know, with short game shots, I'm not accelerating the club face nearly as fast as I am in full swing. So let's make sure that we cover that grip real quick one more time. So we're gonna start with the club face neutral and parallel to the horizon. I'm gonna take my lead hand. I'm gonna make sure that the top part of that hand is flat in position to the club face, so they're both running parallel. I know that that is neutral now. Checkpoint from face on. So if we're studying in front of a mirror, make sure that the apex of that V points towards your trailing shoulder. And then we go for the interlock, 10 finger, or overlap, and in some cases, reverse overlap. And looking at it from a face-on standpoint, I should have two V's running directly towards my trailing shoulder. So I hope you found this helpful, and please like and subscribe for more.